friends, welcome back to another Whatever Wednesday video. For today's video, I thought I would give you a 2-month update on me using the Fiskars Precision Rotary Trimmer. I did a review on this when I first got it back on June 15th. So for the past 2 months, I will say I probably used it a gazillion times a day, and I still stand by that it is a really good trimmer. It is pricey though. I did pay $69.99 for this on Amazon.com. I do know that they carry them at Joann's for about $120. But if you're able to use a coupon there, you'll get it for about the same price I paid on Amazon. And like I said, I think it's worth every penny of it. And I got it for a number of reasons. The main one was the size of it. You have a full 13-inch work surface to work with here. You have rollers at the top, bottom, and middle. You have large bumper guards at the top and the bottom to help prevent your paper from sliding. And unlike the other trimmers that have the little swing out arm, this one does not have that. So I think it gives you a more stable surface to work on as well when you're cutting a larger piece of paper. The other main reason I got it was because of this part right here. This is a rotary trimmer, or rotary blades. That means it's a circular blade, unlike the kind we're normally used to. And Fiskars claims it is self-sharpening, and you can't replace it. In fact, I don't even know if there's a way you can get it out of there. So unlike other ones, you don't need to buy blades over and over again. So I think over the time of you using it, it's going to pay for itself very easily because you're saving money on buying the replacement blades that we're usually getting. So like I said, this is self-sharpening. I also love the double bar here. The double bar helps this stay stable, so you're able to cut a piece of paper and know it's going to be straight all the time. I've cut in things like tissue paper that was really thin, cardstock, pattern paper. I've cut in zero box board, like 2-3 layers at a time. And like I said, I've not had any issues at all. Now the few quirks I did find when I first got it, which I'm now used to, was this little arm right here. You pick this up to put your paper down like this. Then you're able to cut. I find myself leaving this here and wanting to lift this up a lot, and you can't do that because this blocks it. So to have this go all the way up, this piece here has to be all the way at the top or all the way at the bottom. But over time, that's not really an issue. I do find myself getting used to that. The other issue I had was a 6-inch mark here is not clearly marked. But again, the more you use it, you just pick it up. You can cut 6 inches without any issues at all. And I just kind of eyeball it. And I'm usually pretty close. Now, I did find though, over time with me using it, I did see that some of my edges of my cardstock were kind of fuzzy. And I thought, well, that's kind of weird, because I can't replace this and it's self-sharpening. So what do? So I did a little bit of research on the internet and also on YouTube, and I did find other ones. They said to oil it. And I thought, wow, I need to oil a trimmer. But it's actually pretty simple to do. So I have this Singer machine oil. It's for a sewing machine. I guess you can use like a WD-40 or something. And I'm going to open this up. And where I oil it at, and you can almost hear it when it needs to get replaced or oiled. You can move this, and it's very easy to move. You can do it with one finger, or a thumb. So if you have any kind of dexterity issues, this is a really good trimmer because you can use it with the palm of your hand. All kinds of ways you can use it. But if you find this getting, I guess the word would be rough. You can kind of hear it. It sounds like a scratching noise. That's how you know it needs to be oiled. And there's no directions in the box that says it needs to be oiled. I just think over time, from me using it, I maybe oiled it twice already. So I oil it right here, where this part here is on the bar. I'm not actually oiling the blade down here. So I just put a few drops of oil there, and a few drops of oil here. I'm going to bring it towards me and do the back side as well. Just a few drops. Okay? And then I'm just going to wiggle it, and it makes it a lot smoother to travel across those bars. And by doing that, it makes this part moving. You're not actually oiling the blade, and the blade is still sharp. But when this is hard to move and it's kind of jumpy, that's making your paper seem scraggly. And you can see now it's able to move nice and freely. There's no jumping on it. All right, let's go ahead and cut some paper. So I have just a piece of paper here. I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. And so now I have 2 pieces. I'm going to cut them in half. So this will be 2 layers of paper. And now we're going to cut these in half. So this will be 4 layers of cardstock. And this is just the Walmart brand Georgia Pacific cardstock. I'm going to put this up this way and hold on to it. So 4 papers cut really well. I do find if I'm cutting more than 2, there is a little bit of tug. It's not hard, it's not difficult, but I do find it easier to pull this towards me versus pushing. I have more leverage this way. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut a few more. So just a piece of brown cardstock. This is the Recollections brand from Walmart. And again, like I said, I've used it all the time. I use it every day. And you're also able to use it folded up. It does fold like that. So if you have limited workspace, you can still pick it up, and it works just as fine being folded. And I often do use it folded because I'm only going to cut, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 to make a card, and your base right here is 5 1/2. So if your size is 4 by 5 1/4 for card fronts or card mats, it's great to use it folded. I'm going to push it this way. So this is the bottom part, and we're going to go ahead and cut 4 layers here. And like I said, I find it easier when I'm cutting multiple layers to pull it toward me versus pushing it. We're going to go ahead and push it though. See, I find it a little bit harder to push than it is to pull. So the same 4 layers. I'm going to push this up and bring this here. See, it's a lot easier for me to go that way. So it's up to you, but like I said, all these cuts, every single edge is perfect. There's no fuzzies on them. So if you do find that your paper is getting fuzzies on the end, like I said, just go ahead and go and oil that. Just make sure this is flowing really well. If you need to do multiple things of oil, you can do that. But I oil it every now and then, just when I notice that my papers are getting fuzzy. But I've had no issues with it at all. And like I said, I would highly recommend it to anybody, even though it is pricey for $70. But like I said, it's because you're not replacing the blade all the time or ever again, I think it pays for itself, because those blades they're not cheap. Whether you get the Cricut brand, Stampin' Up brand, or an off cutter brand, they're at least $5 a pack for 2 of them. And like I said, over time, 12 times you replace them, you're already at the price of this one if you get it using the coupon or on Amazon.com. Anyway, guys, there's my update on it. I do recommend it. I still use it. I still stand by it. I think it's really good. Any questions at all, please let me know. As always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.